Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video that's kind of a get ready with me kind of video in which I will test out a few new products that I just got recently, as well as use a few products that I haven't used in a while. So when I was doing my collections video, which I will leave a link to that in the cards up above if you want to see any of my makeup collection videos, while I was doing that I realized that there were quite a few products that I just don't really use very much. They're not really the ones that I automatically gravitate towards, but I don't know why exactly I don't use them, so I thought I would use a couple of those products today. But before we get into that, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you could leave a comment down below about what you liked about this video, if you've used any of these products or are looking to buy either of these new products that I have. Also, hit that thumbs up button if you liked this video and would like to see more with this kind of format. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I've scooted you guys in just a tidge so we can get started on the eyes first. This is a new palette. I have tried it once. I tried it the day that I got it. It was in my August Yes Oh Yas box that I just got. I think I got it 2 or 3 days ago. So I have tried it once, but this is the Beauty Creations Cali Set Eyeshadow Palette. It looks like this. So it comes with a pretty decent sized mirror, and then you've got 12 shades, sorry, not 12, Jamie can't count. You've got 9 shades right here, a mix of matte and shimmers. So you've got a nice base color right here, then you've got a couple that you can use as kind of transition shades. You've got a nice dark brown shade that you can use to deepen the outer V, and then you've got a few really pretty shimmer shades. So I have used this once before. Everything went on very well. There was actually no fallout when I used it, but I still would like to start with my eyes just because that's the thing that I get the most nervous about. So I feel like if we can get this done, everything will be good. Also, if I mess up, then I won't have to take off all of my makeup. So, all of my makeup. I don't wear that much makeup anyways. So, let's go ahead and get started. Maybe, possibly, if I can find any brushes. Alright, so for this look, I think I'm going to go with something a little more glam than what I typically wear. So if I were to do just kind of an everyday look, I would probably put this all over the lid, and then I would put this through my crease just a little bit. I don't want it really dark, just kind of like you would with a bronzer, put it through the crease, and then possibly put something like Hollywood on my lid. So I'm going to go a little bit more glam. I think I want to work with some of these darker shades, like this red definitely, and maybe a little bit of this shade right here. But first I am going to prime my eyelids and I will be right back. Alright, so we are all primed. I did use the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer on my eyelids. I completely forgot how full coverage this was. I don't usually use super full coverage concealers because I have freckles underneath my eyes, and I don't wear foundation. So if I put something extremely full coverage just under my eyes, it looks really weird. This is one of the products that while doing my collection videos, I realized I don't really use very much. And I do now remember why I don't use it. I like using it as an eyeshadow primer because it really creates this perfect blank canvas for you to put your eyeshadows on. But I don't like using this as an under eye concealer. I put way too much of this on my eyelids, so I did end up going under my eyes a little bit. So we might skip that part once we get to the rest of the face. But let's go ahead and get into this eyeshadow palette. I am first gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, DTLA, and I'm going to put that in my crease. So I'm going to go light at first, and then we're going to kind of build this up, because I want this to go pretty high up in the crease, kind of actually even above the crease really. And we're going to go out a little bit. So this is definitely very pigmented. I barely grabbed any, and then I knocked off quite a bit, and we still get that much just from one little dip in. So I am going all the way from the inner corner all the way to the outside, whatever that means. And I'm going to use both windshield wiper motions as well as little concentric circles. So what I like to do is before I even go in with like a second, I like to go ahead and do my other eye so I can kind of see what the full effect is before I decide whether or not I want to go in for the second time. Because sometimes I'll want to go in, but then I'm like, okay, well let's wait and do the other eye. And then when I do the other eye, I'm like, oh, that's actually enough. We can stop there. So, and you can always add, but it's a little bit more difficult to take away. So without having to completely redo your makeup. All right, so I think we're actually gonna stop there with that shadow for now. I'm going to grab a little bit denser of a brush, and we're gonna go into this darker brown shade called Westwood, this one right here. I know it kind of looks black on camera, but it is a very dark brown. And I'm going to put that kind of the outer third of my lid, and I'm going to go at a slant. Let me grab another brush. Okay, I'm gonna grab this crease brush from Wet n Wild. That brush may have been a little too dense. Yeah, that one's much better. And once most of that product is off of the brush, I'm going to go through the crease a little bit. So we can darken that up, add a little bit of dimension. So I am going to go off camera, do the other eye real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, so now that we've gotten that blended, I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Melrose. It's kind of a deep terracotta, kind of Georgia red clay color. And I'm just going to put that as kind of a transition, not even transition. Just kind of gonna put that above the crease. Just kind of blend those shades together. And warm it up a little bit. This is looking a little cool toned. So then, this is what I'm excited about, but also scared about because I've only done a cut crease maybe twice. I've never done one on camera to put out there for the, I was gonna say for the world to see. I don't have that many people who watch my videos. So I'm going to use this Flower Beauty not Optical Illusion, that's Urban Decay, Light Illusion thingamajig concealer, and I'm gonna put that on my hand, and then I'm gonna grab, this is the Luxie small shader brush, and I'm gonna pick some of that up, and I'm just gonna do kind of a half cut crease, kind of on the parts that are, not covered in eyeshadow right now. And typically, I've always started at my crease, doing my cut crease, but I saw Kathleen Lights doing a cut crease the other day, and she started at the bottom with the majority of the product, and then kind of with what was left, she worked her way up into the crease. So that is how I'm going to do it. And with me, it actually helps for me to somewhat leave my eye open because I have such a, I don't even know, I have such a small eyelid, but I have so much space above my crease. And so if I try to guesstimate where my crease is, it doesn't end up working out very well. And like I said, I'm very new, so please don't judge me harshly on this. That's as good as I think I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna go do the other one, be right back. All right, so there we go. So for the parts that I noticed I went a little too high, I would take kind of a clean, almost like a lip brush, and try to clean that up a little bit. So I'm going to grab a flat shader brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Martini right here. This really pretty cranberry shimmer shade. and I'm gonna put that everywhere that I just put this concealer. I'm not gonna use any kind of Fix Plus or any kind of setting spray on it. We're just gonna see, ooh. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of that inner portion blank because I'm gonna put another color there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it up with my finger to see if that gives a bit brighter of an effect. Then I'm going to turn my brush over and I'm gonna go into the shade Sassy right here. It's almost like a rose gold shimmer shade. And I'm gonna go right in the inner third of my eye. All right, and then I am going to grab just kind of a small, more detailed brush, and I'm gonna go in with Hollywood over here, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone and inner corner with that. Alright, so I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera. I'll be right back. We'll do eyeliner. Alright, so we are back, both eyes done. So with that same little detail brush that I used to highlight, I went ahead and took the DTLA, that was that first shade that we used, and I put it a little bit more in the crease to define that crease a little bit more. So moving on to eyeliner, I'm first going to go ahead and tight line my eyes using the Lancome Crayon Contour Pencil, the Khol liner. I think that this eyeshadow look calls for a winged liner. Again, this is another thing that I haven't done very often, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna use, I got this in one of my beauty boxes. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Intense Black. It's this like felt tip liner. So I'm gonna create a wing, not a huge one, but not a little baby one like what I usually do, if I do liner at all. So here we go. Now we will do the other side. All right, so we're done with the winged liner. So of course, next is our mascara. And I think we need something very voluminous. So I'm gonna try out, again for the second time, I actually did a first impressions video, kind of a mascara comparison video on this. This is by Essence, the Super Curl Volume Mascara. If that video was out before this one, I will link it up in the cards. So now we are going to go into the face, and then once we're done with the face, I'll do kind of a little bit to my lower lashes. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of zoom through the rest of the face because we're not focusing too much on that. So to moisturize, I'm actually going to mix my moisturizer and my primer. I'm going to use the Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Face Primer. We are now moisturized, ready to go. So now I'm going to go into another new product. So this is from Sleek Makeup. It is the Strobe Dome Highlighter. It's a stick highlighter, which I have realized that I much prefer kind of cream liquid stick products more so than powder. Oh my gosh, I can't open this. So I thought I would try a little bit more of those types of products, especially since I don't know who said it, but I remember watching a video in which somebody says if you don't wear foundation, that it's actually better to use cream products. So this one is in the shade Pink. I think they had pink and then bronze, possibly. But this is a new product at Ulta. And of course, Sleek is very affordable. I don't know why I just smelled that. I will definitely put down in the description box how much it was. I don't think it was any more than like $6 or $7. I'm gonna try it in 2 ways. So I'm gonna try it just directly onto my face, and then I'm gonna try just putting it onto my hands first and then doing that whole deal. So let's go. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, it is very pretty. It's very pretty. And I think this is kind of the perfect shade for me. Kind of a pinky. I'm getting all red. I'm going to put a little bit onto my hand, and then I'm going to go in and just kind of dot it in onto this side of the face. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. I really like this. I think it's very much that glow from within look that I really like in my highlighters. This kind of gives you the perfect glow. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. It definitely melts into the skin. It doesn't sit on top. I quite like that. So moving back to the eyes, I'm going to go down to the lower lash line. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I don't like putting a lot on my lower lash line. I feel like it closes my eyes quite a bit. But I've started having more of an appreciation for a little bit of something down there. So I'm going to go into the 2 shades that we use kind of as our transition and crease shades, DTLA and Melrose. I'm going to kind of mix those 2 shades together, and I'm going to take those more on the outside. So I'm not going to go all the way down with these. I'm just going to kind of go to here. So then I am going to grab the shade. I'm going to kind of mix Sassy and Hollywood, and I'm going to put that So the last step is to do the lips. So I've got an idea, and it might be a little too much, but I'm going to do this shade. We'll see. If it looks too ridiculous, I'll take it off and I'll go grab more of a nude shade. But first I'm going to take, this is the Perse Professional Smearproof Lip Liner in the shade Nudist. I'm going to line my lips with that. So then I'm going to take the RK by Kiss Cream-licious Triple Butter Matte Lip Cream in the shade Avani. And I'm going to go on the lips with this. Alright, so there you have it. It seems like I am super ready for fall. I definitely think that this is kind of a good transition from summer into fall. You've got kind of this sunset eyes. I really love this palette. I think it performed very well. I was really impressed with the mattes in here. I think they were super pigmented. The shimmers, as you saw, they went on pretty well with just a dry brush as well as my finger. I didn't have to wet anything at all. As far as the sleek Strobe Dome face highlighter, I really like this, and I think that this will become kind of my everyday highlight because, like I said, I'm very much into that glow from within. I went a little heavy on this. I went a little heavy on this side. I'm very much into that glowy, wet kind of look rather than blinding highlight. And since I don't use foundation, I do think it will be a good idea for me to start using more cream and liquid products rather than powder products. So I really liked that. Yeah, so everything worked pretty well today. I got all glammed up and I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally wearing, I feel like that word's used too liberally. I am wearing a athletic shirt, tank, and my sweatpants. So that is it for this video. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of this, kind of testing out new products. Get ready with me. Leave that in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.